Space-based architecture. Space-based architecture, or SBA, is a design approach that aims to address scalability and performance challenges by distributing application components across a network of nodes. It utilizes a shared memory space. This is a keyword, shared memory space, allowing multiple instances of application components to operate in a distributed environment without relying heavily on a centralized database. Let's see the key concepts of this architecture. Space as medium. In this architecture, the space refers to a shared distributed memory, like in-memory data grid, where application components can read and write data. So space is equal to like shared memory. Decoupling. By separating components from each other, SBA minimizes dependencies, allowing different parts of the application to evolve independently. So loose coupling is also there. Then we have horizontal scaling. SBA allows applications to scale out by adding more instances of components or agents that can access the shared space. We have load balancing. SBA inherently support load balancing, reducing the risk of any single point of failure. And then replication. Data in the shared space can be replicated across different nodes to enhance reliability and availability. Then we have distributed computing. Components of the applications are distributed across multiple nodes, allowing for parallel processing and increased throughut. In-memory data grid. It typically uses as in-memory data grid to provide a shared memory space where data can be stored and accessed quickly, minimizing the need for disk I/O. Scalability. The architecture supports horizontal scaling, like I said earlier, enabling the addition of more nodes to handle increased load without significant architectural changes. Let's see the example of this architecture. E-commerce application. Imagine an e-commerce platform that experiences variables load during peak shopping season, right? So shared space. First is shared space. The application uses a distributed in-memory data grid. Like there are multiple. Apache Ignite is one of the popular ones as the shared space to store session data. Another example could be Redis also. That is also a good example. Product information and shopping cart content. Decouple components. Order processing service, inventory service, and user service. These are the different components, and they are accessing this shared space. So shared space is nothing but the in-memory like a temporary storage, and all these decoupled components, they are accessing this shared space. Now order processing service. This service handles order placement, payment, processing. It reads from the shared space to retrieve product detail and update the order status. Inventory service will manage the stock levels. It also interacts with the shared space to update inventory count. And user service finally will manage user profile and shopping cart data stored in the shared space. Now there were concepts like horizontal scaling, load balancing, and data replication within this architecture. So during peak time, additional instances of each service can be deployed. Each service means, for example, we have order processing service, inventory service, user service, right? These services. If the order processing services sees increased traffic, more instances can be spun up to handle incoming requests. Load balancing. Requests to the order processing services are distributed across all available instances. The shared space ensures that each instance can access the latest product and order information, allowing them to work independently yet cohesively. And data replication. The shared space replicates data across nodes to ensure high availability. Nodes means we have similar type of data, but we have created multiple replicas, right? If one node fails, means one of the instance fails, we have replicas available, so other can continue processing without any data loss. And this is the feature of cloud computing, like creation of replica of the database to multiple availability zones or multiple regions. Let's see the benefits of this architecture. Of course, high performance. By keeping data in memory and distributing workloads, SBA can achieve low latency and high throughput. Scalability. The ability to add more nodes easily allows organizations to scale their applications to meet growing demand. It means, for example, today I know that these many users are accessing the application, and this is the database, right, which is the shared space, is working fine. But tomorrow we have more load, we can just create another replica, and then we can put load balancer so that those requests will be served by another replicas. Fault tolerance. The distributed nature of the architecture can improve resilience, as the failure of one node does not impact the entire system. Flexibility. Applications can be modified or extended without significant disruptions thanks to the decoupled architecture. So we have decoupled architecture as well here. Okay, let's see the use cases. Real-time analytics. Applications requiring high-speed data processing such as financial services analytics platform can benefit from this architecture. Then we have e-commerce platform. Online retailers can utilize this architecture to handle large volume of transactions and user interactions without performance degradation. IoT applications. Internet of Things systems that need to process and analyze large streams of data in real time can leverage this architecture. So in summary, this architecture is particularly effective in environment where high scalability, performance and resilience are critical, making it suitable for a variety of applications across different industries.